What's up, guys? Peter Von Panda here. Just bought myself an ATACTICAL flashlight thanks to Freaks Ritual for recommending this. This is definitely my first look at an ATACTICAL flashlight. This is the A1 LED flashlight with a lithium battery. There's also a model called the A1S. So let's take a look at this A1. Comes just like this. Pick this up on Amazon. Looks like you get a little brochure here. Now, what I remember from the specs, micro USB. 6 inches, 8 inches long. A couple of extra O-rings there. From what I remember is, I think this thing is about like 550 lumens, which, if correct, is a powerful, powerful flashlight. I mean, especially in a very small handheld. Look how small this thing is. I mean, this is definitely a pocket flashlight. It has nice heft to it. Like, it feels dense. It feels meaty and weighty. And I think, you know, it feels like a quality piece, which is always kind of nice and reassuring. But at 550 lumens, this thing is no joke either. So kind of keep that in mind. If we look at the this end here, we've got a nice parabolic reflector in there. We've got the big LED element, you know, flat lens, kind of flat end, you know, very cylindrical shape here. There's a little bit of kind of a ring cutouts here, maybe for cooling. We have a button here which is metal, and it's like a sandblasted metal, so that's kind of a little bit different. ATACTICAL A1 there, and you can see here that this top piece is kind of like a square nut. And then we have some knurling on the handle, and then some more knurling on the back end cap here. And we also have a pretty serious size clip here. So putting in your pocket, shirt pocket, your pant pocket, whatever, is going to be nice and secure. Looks like you can take it off if you want to. And then on the back here, we have like the knurling and then a couple of openings or a couple of loops here where you could certainly put on a lanyard if you wanted to. And we also have a rubberized button right here with some texture as well. Now, it's interesting because I haven't read the instructions, and we have a button here and a button here, which is kind of surprising me. Let's go ahead and open up the back here. I can tell it takes a little bit of doing to get off that O-ring right there. So that's where the waterproof comes in. Little protector there on the battery to keep it from being used while it's being transported. And we have a 2600 milliamp hour 18650 lithium ion battery. And what I also realized is cool about this thing is that the flashlight's obviously rechargeable because they include the cable, but where's the port? Well, it's on the battery right here. So that's kind of crazy, man. It's kind of crazy, sexy, cool. So you just actually plug the battery into the cable to charge it up. Kind of different, man. I have never seen that before in my life, and it's kind of neat because when you put this battery back in, you actually don't have to worry about any open ports, you know, letting in water or the elements. You know, a lot of them are covered by a little rubber cover, but that's always, I don't know, it's a little risky. So that's kind of crazy and awesome. So let's find out what the two buttons do. All right, so the two buttons are kind of, well, not tricky, but this is the power button. If I hit it, it's going to go on. And then if I half press it, well, you can't even really, oh, there you go. If I half press it, it goes on kind of like a momentary light, like a momentary tactical light. But if I press it all the way, it just goes on, and if I press it all the way again, it goes off. It does have memory, apparently, so it will remember the last mode you're on, but man, that was bright. You know, you can tell when things are pretty good. So let's turn it on here. And now this button is what's going to get you through the mode. So if I hit it, now we're like on a very low, almost a map light mode. 1, brighter mode. 2, 3, very bright. 4, kind of blindingly bright, and I can feel the heat coming off of it now. And then back to low mode. Now if I hold this mode button down for more than 2 seconds, I believe it goes into strobe. And that's what it appears to be doing. So, and then another tap just to kind of go back through the modes. Oh, looks like that last mode is SOS. So that's kind of nice if you ever need an SOS. Certainly more friendly than tapping out SOS on a phone for hours on end. Or phone, flashlight. All right, so We're on kind of this firefly mode right now. If I turn it off and then turn it back on, you can see it goes right back to that mode, and I can scroll up to other modes. Looks like that's how you get to the SOS. Then remember, hold it down for strobe. Tap once to go back to a regular flashlight. Okay, so now we know how it works. Now we need to see how good it works. Let's go out in the dark. It's storming out right now, but I think this flashlight can take it. Guys, outside here, and I've got the ATACTICAL. We'll go ahead and just turn it on there, and you can see here I've got the little pen light in front of me, and this thing, I'll tell you what, man, this is so far this thing is kind of blowing my mind. So thanks for Freaks Ritual for turning me on to this, because it's small, it's not super expensive, and even on this low light here, I mean, this is pretty well lit up, and it might be a little hard to see, but the ring that goes around and illuminates around it, even though I'm shining this right in front of me about 5 feet, it's kind of lighting up a circle of about 6 feet in diameter that is easy to navigate. So as I'm hiking, walking around, this would be a level of light I could use to make sure that I'm not going to step on something or fall off the edge of a cliff. And I think this is actually a pretty low level setting. So if I hit it again, we go up here to a much brighter setting. This is probably what I would use if I were actually hiking, you know. So it's a pretty nice bright light, even though it's not the brightest. I can even light up the trees out there. And then obviously the ground around it. And I now have a pretty big illuminated area of the lawn. If I hit the button again, oh, maybe that's the lowest one. Hit it again. Now we're on level 3. Holy smokes. I mean, this is getting bright, dude. I mean, this is getting really bright. And even though you've obviously it's focusing and kind of biasing towards the center, even around the sides here, very, very well lit, right? You know what? I've noticed that if you stay on any particular mode for more than 2 seconds and you hit the button again, it goes back to the lowest setting. So just gotta keep that in mind, which is kind of nice, I guess, because you're always going to go back to the lowest setting. So I've kind of been on this setting, so if I hit it again, it should go back to lowest, higher, high, higher, and let's see. Then we get into the SOS. So let's go up to the high level here, and man, you know what? I'm illuminating these trees with a plum. I mean, this is freaking bright. I wouldn't even use it because on this level much, because I can tell you, even looking at the ground here, the reflection back at me is kind of a little blinding. So I would probably be on the second level, and this is like as powerful as most of the flashlights that I've shown you. So what I'm really impressed with this is this ATACTICAL light. I mean, for dollar for dollar, pound for pound, what an awesome little package. It's easy to handle, maneuver, it's easy to slip in my pocket, it's easy to grasp, it feels good in the hand, it's not super heavy, but it feels dense, has a lot of modes, and man, this thing is freaking bright. I'm gonna call ATACTICAL awesome. Is it tactical? No, it's ATACTICAL, but it is awesome. Put another A in front of it. The awesome ATACTICAL. I'm really digging it. So check it out. I'll put a link to it in the description. There's this model A1 and A1S. So I really like it. This is definitely going to go into my my packs for my next trip out. Peter Von Panda out.